Good morning, dear students. In this video, one will be privileged to know the epigrammatic overview or synoptic overview of computational fluid dynamics that is very much important for the students of mechanical engineering. Friends, anyhow, in this video, I wish to cover the information pertaining to five basic modules in computational fluid dynamics. What are all the five modules one has to encumber in the syllabus of undergraduation? The first very important module is Introduction to Computational Fluid Dynamics, followed by the governing laws. Second one, it is one-dimensional Euler's equation. Third module will be representation of functions on a computer. Fourth and the final modules shall be finite difference method and finite volume method. So these five modules will definitely lay a very strong foundation for an individual in the course Computational Fluid Dynamics, which is abbreviated as CFD. Let me cover the contents what we need to study in these five pertinent modules. Fine. In the module 1, as I said, everyone should come across the introductory concepts pertaining to computational fluid dynamics. What are all the things one has to come across? As everyone is aware of, initially one has to be well familiarized with the definition of computational fluid dynamics, followed by its advantages, disadvantages, then we need to know applications and the scope. Once when these aspects are clear, any student will gain stronger impetus in knowing the aspects what they study in future. Fine. After knowing these rudimentary things, one has to be well aware of the very prominent governing laws. What are the fundamental laws one has to study in computational fluid dynamics? He or she should be aware of law of conservation of mass, law of conservation of momentum, next law of conservation of energy. If these laws are very much clear, then he or she will be in a position to write any governing equation in the mathematical form. That is very, very important. In the first module, one has to learn the derivations pertaining to mass, momentum, and energy equations. If these equations are very much well acquainted, then he can write Navier-Stokes equation in a very elegant manner. So these ideas will lay a very strong foundation in learning the analytical aspects in computational fluid dynamics. Later on, after getting familiarity about governing laws, a particular student should be aware of the vector operators. You are all aware in engineering mathematics, curl, divergence. They are very, very important. Curl, divergence, and gradient. These three vector operators will help in writing any sort of mathematical form very elegantly. Later on, one has to be exposed with the importance of writing a partial differential equation. That is why in mathematics, the topics like partial differential equations, next Fourier transformation, Laplace transformation, and many other ideas should be taught very effervescently by emphasizing its relevance also. Mathematics, just writing any equation will not serve any purpose. He or she should be aware of the application. Friends, this subject will help us to write partial differential equations, Fourier transformation, then Taylor series, Laplace equation, and many more things. That's why engineering mathematics play a very dominating role in knowing the applications of computational fluid dynamics. Later on, in the introduction, one has to be exposed with the classification of partial differential equations. Partial differential equations, you know that there are three basic forms: parabolic, hyperbolic, and elliptical forms. So, these forms will help us to know the advanced concepts in computational fluid dynamics. Finally, in the introductory of computational fluid dynamics, one has to be aware of Riemann techniques followed by its pertinent solution. So, friends, in this first module, Introduction to Computational Fluid Dynamics, these are all the concepts what one has to learn very comprehensively. Then he will be getting more ideas pertaining to the advanced aspects in computational fluid dynamics. One may question, by studying these things, will there be any application or advantage in computational fluid dynamics? Friends, when we take up any aspect, design and modeling in aerospace engineering, automotive components, marine engineering, biomedical engineering, cryogenics, heat transfer, turbo machinery, combustion engineering, we can involve or entangle with computational fluid dynamics very persistently. That is why the introduction to CFD will lay a very strong foundation in knowing the concepts better. Later, when we come to the second module of computational fluid dynamics, one has to be well acquainted with one-dimensional and three-dimensional forms of Euler's equation. Anyhow, as I clearly emphasized, many mathematical equations like Laplace equation, Euler's equation, Poisson equation, Taylor series, Legendre series, and many derivatives will help in writing mathematical forms in CFD very consistently. So, immediately after knowing the introduction to CFD, please bear in mind one has to be well familiarized with one dimensional Euler's equation. Friends, you may start wondering where exactly we have come across Euler's equation. Please remember turbo machinery. In turbo machinery, when we need to take up energy analysis of power generating and power absorbing turbo machines, throughout solving problems, did we not use Euler's equation? Yes, the very same idea we write in the derivative form. Okay, in turbo machinery, we wrote in the general mathematical context or mathematical form, but in case of computational fluid dynamics, we will be furnishing Euler's equation both in conservative and non-conservative forms. Later, in a one-dimensional Euler's equation, a student will be exposed to a concept called flux Jacobian. Yes, friends, just remember the mathematical segmentation or documentation, whatever you have learned in engineering mathematics. Have you not come across a concept called Jacobian? Yes. Did you not furnish the matrices elegantly? Did you not write Euler's theorem concerning with this flux Jacobian? Yes. There were, while studying engineering mathematics, you were not having any connection with CFD. But here, please remember, once when you furnish flux Jacobian, eigen values or eigen vectors are very prominent. Okay, so this is what we strongly emphasize in one-dimensional Euler's equation. Friends, this one-dimensional Euler's equation we normally deal with mathematic ideas. Without having strong foundation in engineering mathematics, learning CFD will be a big question mark or an ordeal. So, these concepts will encumber in Euler's equation. Immediately to this one-dimensional Euler's equation, we are confined with turbulence modeling. Friends, in advanced computational fluid dynamics, turbulence modeling is kept as a separate module. But in the undergraduation level, to the surface level, we study about the essence of turbulence modeling. Anyhow, by employing mathematical model, one can deal with the process of turbulence. What are all the turbulence models one has to study? Friends, there are minimum of about 15 to 20 turbulence models. But for the UG level, all models, whatever we deal in turbulence modeling may not be important. Very important are Prandtl's mixing length model, next K epsilon model, K omega model, Reynolds average model, that is very popularly called RANS. Okay, Reynolds average numerical model. Next, large eddy simulation, Smagorinsky-Lilly model, Spalart-Alamaris model, and many more. As I reveal the information, there are about 20 models in turbulence modeling. But for the UG level, please remember K epsilon model, RANs are very important. Anyhow, in the lecture notes or study material pertaining to computational fluid dynamics, these things have been stressed very consistently. Later on, when we come to the module 3 of computational fluid dynamics, one will come across representation of functions on a computer. Yes, you all know that just writing mathematical equation will not fetch any sort of benefit or purpose. You should be an expert while operating the computer also. Computer just dealing with MS Word, Excel will not furnish any sort of benefit. Okay, so please bear in mind, we should be well exposed with the commercially available CFD packages. Very common one is ANSYS Workbench. In ANSYS advanced version, we can explore with something called CFD Flowtron. Then we are aware of Fluent. One may be exposed to Star CD, Phoenix, CFX. So friends, this module 3, that is representation of functions on a computer, will really help us in learning something called hat function and box function. So hat and box functions are very important in representing the trigonometric function sin x by employing Taylor series. So in this particular module, box function, hat function and Haar function, HAAR, Haar functions are very important. Okay. Also, one should be really exposed with writing Taylor series elegantly. So this is all about the representation of functions on a computer. But friends, in the course computational fluid dynamics, we find few technical words, that is accuracy, stability, round of error, convergence, discretization. When these terms are very much aware for any student, he or she will come across 3 discretization methods, namely finite difference method, finite volume method, and lastly finite element method. Dear students, I think the names finite difference and finite volume may not be new to you. Why? Because in the penultimate year of mechanical engineering, a student studying for any university, particularly if he is studying computational fluid dynamics, he will be connected with yet another course, finite element method. So, in finite element method, exclusively the 2 discretization methods, namely finite difference and finite volume, are strongly emphasized. When you study in finite element method, a separate course, you will get a wonderful connectivity with CFD. Okay, so we shall come across what are all the ideas, topics to be covered in finite difference method. Dear students, when you start studying finite difference method, please make sure that you should have studied one of the topics in engineering mathematics called numerical techniques. Numerical techniques will help you to have a strong connectivity with computational fluid dynamics. So it will establish a very fruitful bondage or connectivity with CFD. Okay, what is the idea? You know that finite difference. You can just remember Newton's forward formula, Newton's backward formula, central difference. These ideas I think you can remember. The same ideas you can persistently use in CFD also. So children, please make sure that when you just depict a grade, you will be depicting the different nodes in that particular grid. Okay, so nodes, grade, they are connected with finite difference method. Okay, all right. Anyhow, we are getting some connection with finite difference. What are all the staggering ideas to be remembered? Friends, you should be aware of Laplace equation. Next, Burger's equation. Convection diffusion equation. Yes, when you just write convection diffusion equation, you can correlate with conventional heat transfer. That course also that is dealt with by the students in the penultimate year. Finite element method, mathematics, then heat transfer. These three courses will really help you to very effectively learn the concepts in CFD. Okay, so Laplace equation, Burger's equation, convection diffusion equation, implicit explicit methods, then successive over relaxation, von Neumann stability criterion, then something called TDMA, tri-diagonal matrix algorithm, you will deal in the case of finite difference method. So children, please remember that you don't find any difficulty at all. Let me strongly emphasize once again, in the second year of engineering, every student will be exposed with numerical techniques. Numerical techniques, a bit of fluid mechanics, heat transfer, and finite element methods. These four courses will help you to stress upon computational fluid dynamics very effervescently. Okay, you don't find any sort of difficulty. So children, when you deal with finite difference method, I mentioned convection diffusion equation. There you find four topics. One is called FTBS, forward in time, backward in space. FTCS, forward in time, centered in space. You have something called CTCS, centered in time, centered in space. So these modules you will be dealing in finite difference method. Lastly, when you come to finite volume method, finite difference method will help you to know the ideas pertaining to finite volume and finite element methods. So, children, please bear in mind when you need to come across finite volume method, please remember there are two techniques. One is the upwind scheme, the second one is central scheme. A beautiful book authored by Suhas Patankar on computational heat transfer and fluid flow. This will really help for any layman to know about CFD very effectively. So that book has been written in a very organized manner. Any beginner or a novice will be in a position to understand it. So friends, in learning finite volume method, please remember we come across two schemes. One is the central scheme, the second one is the upwind scheme. In learning finite volume method, you will come across three name techniques. Which are those? Lax-Friedrich method, Lax-Wendorf method, and McCormack method. So you should be aware of the complete theoretical details pertaining to these three name methods. Lastly, when we come across upwind scheme, these three methods comes in central scheme. When we come to upwind scheme, we have something called flux splitting, stature and warming method. Okay, so that you have come across already by learning flux Jacobian in one dimensional Euler's equation. Okay, so flux splitting, stager and warmer method, that is very important. Stager and warming method, or stager and warming method. So this will help us in learning Van Leer method, Rose method. Okay, for the UG level, a student may not have to strongly depend on illustrative problems. Few typical simple problems on finite difference and finite volume methods can be practiced, but more of the theoretical principles followed by derivations. So this is what one has to encumber in the UG level of computational fluid dynamics. But in the advanced learning, when he or she pursues MS in specifically computational fluid dynamics, he will be strongly emphasizing more on the mathematical aspects. So friends, this is what the epigrammatic overview of computational fluid dynamics. Okay, so I think whatever information I have furnished, it may be clear for any pupil or for any student or for any general public. For a minute or two, let me quickly run through whatever modules initially one has to be exposed in CFD. What was the first module? Introduction and governing laws in computational fluid dynamics. The second module, what is that? One dimensional Euler's equation. The third one, representation of functions on a computer. The fourth one, very important, penultimate module, finite difference method. Lastly is finite volume method. Okay, anyhow, when you wish to get any material through online, NPTEL lectures, lecture notes, even you can find the soft copy of any textbook. Friends, do not take up any local author wherein you don't find the information very comprehensively. Okay, let me suggest some of the names of the authors who have exclusively authored books on computational heat transfer and fluid flow or computational fluid dynamics. You can buy a book authored by T.J. Chung. Second one, a book on computational heat transfer and fluid flow authored by Suhas V. Patankar. The third one, very prominent, computational heat transfer and fluid flow by Tannehill, Fletcher and Anderson. And the book on computational fluid dynamics, it is regarded as the Bible for learning CFD. That is a book on CFD, computational fluid dynamics by Anderson. Okay, so other than this, you find many other books on computational fluid dynamics. But friends, these are all the recommended books for studying or reading CFD. I hope whatever information I have covered in this lecture video, it may be comprehensible or fathomable. Thank you all very much. In the coming videos, we shall try to know more about computational fluid dynamics. So that is all in the video. Thank you very much. Good luck.